You must get a policy that will therefore stand the test of time.
For too long, Nigeria's industrial promise has been weighed down by policy drift, underinvestment, and a dependence on imports that drain the country's capacity for self-reliance. Officials say the new Nigerian industrial policy is the turning of that tide. At a validation section of the new policy in Abuja, Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment John Eno declared that the country is turning the tide on decades of policy drift.
What to expect is going to be a function of what a policy is supposed to achieve for any sector or for any country. The fact that we've not had a policy almost like forever means that we've just been operating in a vacuum, in the dark, without any guiding principle about what needs to be done and why what needs to be done has to be done. So this validation and getting a policy actually provides a greater impetus, right, to the functioning of industry, whether they are moribund, whether they are newly established industries and all that.
There is need for us to have one single industrial policy, and we started the journey out like that. But even at that, we felt there was also the need for us to have a policy coordinating unit so that the policies we make for raw material, the policies we make for taxes, our fiscal policies, even our monetary policies do not stand in the way of industrialization.
The validation also drew representatives from the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MSMEs, and various investment groups, all pledging commitment to the policy's success.
At the beginning of my tenure, I put together what I call the RWG, the Industrial Revolution Work Group, and we've had a technical session that has thrown up most of these challenges. Challenges, namely the challenges of affordable long-term finance. All of these in the main are part of the challenges that I think that we need to confront, and this policy will provide that kind of guidance and guiding principle towards achieving them.
We support the development of industry value chains, national and regional, particularly in export-oriented manufacturing, to drive economic diversification, productivity, and improved trade balances.
We are pleased to see that many of these perspectives have been reflected. This industrial policy represents a roadmap, one, for strengthening domestic manufacturing and value addition, expanding market through SFTA and global trade agreement, supporting innovation, green industrializations, and digital transformation.
After much deliberation, the next phase includes adoption and approval by the Federal Executive Council. However, the expectation by industry stakeholders is how this policy document will deliver the required transformation that will truly make Nigeria's industries globally competitive. Frank Omalape, Arise News.